Abolitionist and statesman Frederick Douglass, civil activist Elizabeth Keckley, and the courageous man known as Sitting Bull. You know their stories because of books and film, but our next guest asked the question, what if we honored American heroes in a more personal and public way? Here to show us how she's paying honor to American heroes, please welcome Nina Grier, the founder of Historical Dream. Hey! This come to you, Nina?
Well, I can say that I've always had an interest in like a kumbaya persona or social awareness, whereas, you know, ethnic leaders of all kinds, African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanic and Latino Americans, just coming together and just kind of like representing themselves everywhere and anywhere.
Wasn't told in the way that
there's certain stories that are told, but not in such a way, unless you're a historian or you did a project in school. It's not everywhere. You don't see representation of these images everywhere of the historic nature, 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries.
Yeah. And
like
some of the people are the ones that we've heard of. You found others that people didn't know about in your research.
Absolutely. As you just said earlier, that Elizabeth Keckley, does anyone know who she is? Well, she was actually Mary Todd Lincoln's designer and dressmaker. Oh. And she was an author. Okay? So we have a whole lot of people that we do know, like Frederick Douglass. We have, these are the first politicians after the Reconstruction era. After, you know, Emancipation Proclamation, you know, we need to pay homage to these guys. They were during their time, but I don't know if any one of you
never heard that
has
story.
Seen this image in a long time.
Because after Emancipation Proclamation, all we talk about is the freed slave.
Exactly.
Trying to find jobs, trying to find work, and then here you go. You have these men here who were the politicians.
Exactly. So the whole idea is to take the historic images of our past, the forefathers and foremothers of various diverse communities, and bring them to the present and clothing.
Yeah.
Trendy clothing, even pillows, jewelry, cups.
And I love about the jewelry. Oftentimes, you know, people can wear cameos, for example, where they can kind of go in and out of favor.
Exactly.
But it's like, I don't know who that lady is.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
But that's the other point, is that there are a lot of regal anonymous people, but you don't see a lot of regal anonymous, historic, diverse ethnic groups.
Right.
Here, there, and anywhere.
The
Unless you go
woman
to a particular
on your
museum.
shirt, for example.
Well, actually, in terms of anonymous, we have an equestrian lady where, you know, she represents the 19th and 20th century. So it's just to let you all remember and be reminded and mindful of, you know, other people who were able to overcome the distress of their community at the time. And they were leaders in their own right. Some of them you know, some of them you don't know. Yeah. But, you know, we need to make sure that everybody is still aware of their contributions to the community.
You've done this in sterling silver jewelry.
Yes, exactly.
Which is so pretty. And you encourage people, when you wear something, you're reminded of their story. A little card comes with everything to explain.
Absolutely, because I'm not taking for granted, or we're not taking for granted, Historical Dream, that you're going to, you know, everybody's going to recognize that this is Phyllis Wheatley, okay? So with each item, we have the bio associated with it, and so that you have more of a story to tell in the background, the biography of the person.
And this is cool, because a lot of times we wear coin jewelry, and coin jewelry is popular, but who is that guy on the coin?
Well,
right?
and that's what, you know, the whole idea I was thinking of is take the old Spanish coin kind of feel and just represent it with, you know, Phyllis Wheatley, and then we also have cufflinks for Frederick Douglass, and we have rings. So I just wanted to, and they're all sterling silver, 9.25.
9.25, all right. And you encourage people to have conversation. Yeah. And then when you know the story and you glance down at it even subconsciously during the day, or you're drinking out of that coffee mug subconsciously during the day, that you take a little bit of that person's story with you through your day.
And you're sharing with other people, you know, like you just said, it just the nuance is actually there. So I think, you know, I do have a social awareness agenda, and so that it is, like I mentioned earlier, like a kumbaya kind of feeling. Yeah. European Americans, African Americans, Native Americans, Latina Americans, you know, Asian Americans.
Kids are very close to your heart. You even have your nieces and nephews who you were afraid were not getting the foundation of who they were, and they struggled with that. And so this is kind of a fruition of all of that. You're going to have a trunk show.
Yes, we're having a trunk show, and it's going to be at the
Houston Museum of
African American and Culture Museum.
Yes.